For more content, hit that like button, like Tyson.
What's the word, family? We back with a whole nother episode of Two OGs, One Subject. This time we're going to cover about 3 or 4 subjects, though. What's the word? How you been feeling, G?
Man, I'm chilling, fam. How everybody doing, man? I hope they're all blessed.
Well, I can imagine everybody blessed, man, but you know what? We got a dead sadness upon us, man, because the rapper from Chicago known as King Von has been shot and killed fatally in Atlanta, Georgia, at a nightclub. Allegedly, he got into it with a rival group of rappers, Quando Rondo. I'm not sure if you heard of him.
No, I'm not aware of him.
Well, they got video surveillance, man, and it shows the death of King Von, where he actually was shot and he actually fell in the street.
Wow, man, that sounds crazy.
Well, you know, that ain't the craziest thing going on, man. How your work week, man?
Man, it's been kind of tough, man. But, you know, I'll sit back, you know, I'm pondering this situation about the subject at hand, King Von, and I'm wondering, you know what I'm saying, because we all tied by blood, no matter how you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? Mob ties is a totally separate issue, but, you know, I'm just saddened that we lost another brother, man.
Yeah, even though all the dissing that King Von do towards dead people, no, it's just sad because the man just took a picture with 3 of his kids, man. It was an adorable picture. All the kids were dressed alike, man, and like nice outfits, man. They all, I think, had on like Burberry or something similar to that. You know, very fashionable. You know, some cute kids, man. You know, now they got to grow up without their father, and you know that's gonna hurt them.
Man, that's really sad, man. My condolences.
Yeah, my condolences to the family. But, you know, rappers in Chicago, man, PSA, man, stop dissing dead people, please, man. Stop dropping pitchforks in y'all videos. Stop cracking trays in y'all videos, man. Y'all got New York niggas thinking that type of shit is cool, man, when really it ain't cool. And when they come down south or they go to Chicago, they're going to have to face them niggas that throw up pitchforks.
And that's the crazy part of this, man. What is it with talking about the dead? Don't you realize karma is a real thing, that if you say some bad, negativity is going to come back? What's going on?
Yeah, nothing positive ever come from dissing dead people or doing anything that's just irrational, man. You know, you always got to think, man. You always got to think, you know. Not only was King Von shot and killed, but 2 of his homeboys were shot and killed too, when police opened fire at them once they saw that 2 of King Von's homeboys had pistols, man. Police opened fire, man, and whacked 2 of them.
Well, I would assume they were supposed to be the bodyguards, right?
You know, yeah, friends, bodyguards. It ain't no different than me and you going to the store. We just got each other back and through the gate. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no bodyguard in here, over there, you know what I'm saying? Just friends, you know. But, you know, it's a sad day for the O-Block community and for Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey, man, last week we was talking about a subject, and you had me intrigued on it, man. We was actually talking about Musa.
Mansa Musa, yeah.
Mansa Musa. Correct me. I'm sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and correct me. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Mansa Musa, man, because I didn't know he was, like, a black person was ever, like, the richest person in the world.
Period. Nobody's higher than him. Yeah. He's the king of Mali.
Uh-huh.
And when you...
Mali, that's a state that's no longer, right?
No, Mali is still part of the African diaspora.
Okay.
But he was the king of Mali. He actually expanded Mali to a great size. And like I said last week, he traveled from Mali into Africa. Well, into Egypt. And along the way, the value of gold went down because he was passing out so much of it.
Wow, because it's like, I heard a story, like they had six camels with like 300 pounds of gold on them a piece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And back then, a small chunk of gold is like thousands. You know what I'm saying? So like that's like the equivalent. Like the man probably was walking with the equivalent to like, let's just say, $50 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just walking, marching.
Just marching. He had a group of, I want to say 200,000, but they were not warriors. They were just servants. You know what I'm saying? Priests and all of that. And they were on their Hajj, which is a journey to Mecca to go pray. So, I mean, Yeah, along the way, he did a whole lot for other people.
Let me ask you this, G. Why they don't teach this type of stuff in grammar school?
They don't teach this type of stuff in grammar school because then the children would learn to have pride in themselves.
Very interesting.
Ask a question. Ask a question.
What's that, G? We got my homeboy Tom Capone standing in the back.
What's the difference between Farrakhan
And Mansa Musa? Mansa Musa.
Okay.
Both of those guys, Farrakhan is a Muslim. Mansa Musa, he was a Muslim as well. That's why he took that voyage to Mecca.
Do they like each other? I mean,
No, Mansa Musa died like.
Yeah, this is like 14th century stuff.
He died wow. But the difference between the two is Mansa Musa was a ruler, an absolute ruler in Mali, and Farrakhan is
A minister.
a minister of the Nation of Islam.
Right.
And it's two different branches, but still the same tree.
Right. All right. So that'll be considered like this. Mansa Musa will be considered like the president of the United States, while Farrakhan, he has his large community of people, followers, but he's not nowhere on the level of the president.
so is Farrakhan powerful?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Farrakhan is very powerful. Don't get it twisted. Farrakhan, a person like Farrakhan, man, if they allowed it, Farrakhan would be the richest man in America, man, if they just let other countries give him money, but they refuse to let other countries give him money.
I'm gonna say this, right? All it ever took from people like Farrakhan is just to say the word, and just that word would inspire so many brothers to either commit acts of violence or commit the greatest love in the world. He is just that powerful.
So can I?
Yo, what's the word?
I can.
All right. Look,
so can I ask you another question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So if they just let Larry Hoover out, knowing what he been through, and how he became who he are.
Who he is?
What will happen? Do you think he will change everything that's out on the street right now?
If they let Larry Hoover out, do I think he would change anything in the streets? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would make small changes in the streets. But see, the control of growth and development, their stronghold was in the prisons. So now you on the streets, you got to face them in the prison once you get caught. So that was the difference. They was in that kicking niggas' asses for doing crimes that was a crime against nature, and things of that. So yeah, it's a lot of things that goes along with that. Of course, Larry Hoover would be renowned in the black community. He would be very famous. He might make a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that Mr. Hoover can do. It's a lot of charities that Mr. Hoover can activate, and it's a lot of people that he can talk to. Because you got to think about it. Growth and development members are not just street thugs, man. They are doctors, lawyers, educators, things of that nature. They're not just street thugs, So when you think of the Crips, man, the Crips are street thugs. Some of them have businesses and all of that and things of that nature. But the main focus of the Crips is they loosely just regulated. But growth and development was strongly regulated. I don't think it'll change anything on the streets of Chicago. But I think it will change things in the streets of Chicago.
One question. Would he change this generation that we have now?
I think it would be a real struggle, but eventually the job will get done. People are resistant to change, but with a lot of diligence in the situation, it would be changes made.
Yeah, and we can't forget that like I said, it was punishments back in the day when they. That's why it was such a strong mob. Like you couldn't just do what you wanted to do, and you had like that's the difference between the Crips and an organization like the GDs. Like they actually have a nation. The Crips actually run by sets. So if nobody's on your set finna do anything to you, probably ain't nobody else finna do anything to you. But the nation of growth and development, Gangster Disciple, is a whole different spiel. But let's get back to another topic, man, that we were talking about with Mansa Musa. Because, all right, so do you think they teach that? You said they won't teach that in the grammar school because it had the children thinking that they can become that powerful. Will they teach in the high school?
I don't see it that way in high schools either. Only because I've seen some of the college curriculums and they have black studies, but it all ends the same way. It all begins the same way, talking about slavery, Jim Crow, and on and on. What needs to happen is we're not doing American history, black history in America. Let's go outside. Let's go outside that box, and then we can go from there. We go into African history. We go into the study of Japanese history. We go into the study because brothers and sisters traveled all over this world. And we were the first on the planet. So, I mean, it's history. Our history is there. They just refuse to acknowledge it.
Exactly. I feel the same way that brothers and sisters, the original man was actually black. Jesus Christ.
Yahshua.
Yahshua is black. And explain to them what Yahshua is. For those that don't know.
Yahshua is the actual name of those who y'all call Jesus, of the person y'all call Jesus Christ. 400 years, well, J's are only 400 years old.
Right.
You cannot
wait, hold on. J's are only 400 years old, but Christ died 2,000 years ago?
More than 2,000 years ago. You cannot contribute a name to a person who has long since been gone. But I understand what they did. See, they gave you a picture of a pale-skinned Jesus person with the name of Jesus. Took the name Yahshua away from him because that alludes to who you really are. And who you really are kings, queens, those who have ruled, those who have shown mercy. Why are you so spiritual? Because you were created. This planet was created for you. Everything comes to you any way it goes. So they put you in a subservient role.
Right. All right, jumping subjects a little bit. 10 richest families in the world.
Wow. Rockefellers, the Koch brothers, the Morgans,
the Drake family,
the Murdochs,
the Rupert Murdoch's family. You have these people who are into media. They own tech companies. They own. They get their money from oil industries and everything else.
Right, because it was a family that actually had. They actually got the rights to majority of the oil reservoirs. Or whatever.
Oh, you talking about the Saudi? They're the kings of Saudi Arabia, the princes and all of this, but they own 20% of the world's oil supply. Yes, they part of the 10 richest families.
So you put the 10 richest families in the world together. Do they have more money than Mansa Musa?
Well, you have these people with a collective total with all their assets in every family member, yes. But singular, no.
Right. See, and that's the thing right there. The big difference is this wasn't a family dynasty as far as we know it. This was just a man who became a ruler and a man who brought resources to his people and was very transparent with his government.
Yeah.
A very fair man. You know, I was just thinking about this, man, because, you know, black people are such great leaders, man. It's like, all right, let's say, for instance, the Moors.
Mm-hmm.
They invaded Spain, correct?
Yes. Ruled it for 800 years.
What did the women do when the Moors left?
When the Moors left, they wept. They cried because they knew things would change. It changed. Then along came. See, when the Moors left, it was called the Spanish Inquisition. They were thrown out. They were murdered. Had body parts chopped off, everything. So those who didn't leave voluntarily were murdered. And when they left, the women cried because they wouldn't be treated the same way.
Oh, they were being treated better under black rule.
Yeah, we didn't even before in this country, before they started with their Section 8 program. Black women never had a problem with black men. We always seen each other's as equal. We still do to this day.
Yeah, I know. Me and my wife are definitely equal partners in our relationship.
Mm-hmm. You have beautiful black women in Africa that ran governments and were queens and didn't have a king and.
Well, we know one famous one, and who was that? Nefertiti?
Yeah.
Or is Queen Sheba a real queen, or is that just the cat food?
No. She actually murdered her brother to obtain the title.
Well, Queen Sheba murdered her brother to obtain the title.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hey, fine. We're going to have to leave y'all at that point. If y'all want to hear more knowledge, man, like and subscribe to this channel right now. We're going to be throwing out our opinions on situations, and we're going to also throw a little bit of history in there for you guys that don't know the history of the black people or the history of America as a whole. Man, till next time, man, y'all stay good, man.
Peace and love, baby.